hello, my amigos. Welcome one, welcome all. It's time for another exciting English extravaganza. It's the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Now buckle up, because it's time to blast off.
T-minus 10.
That's right,
9,
we're going to
8,
some exciting
7,
places on
6,
our English
5,
adventure
4,
today.
3,
As always,
2, 1.
all aboard,
0.
folks.
Ignition.
Come on.
Liftoff.
Here we go. How exciting. Are you stoked? Are you pumped? I hope so. Because here we go.
Get ready. Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time.
Come on.
On radio. It's a show with no name.
Put your hands up. Let's go, 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 go. Come on. Everybody, yeah, move your body. Yeah. Welcome, Show with No Namers. Welcome to your English show here on Vaughn Radio, a show for you, by you. Yeah, well, on Fridays, you guys always participate in our question of the week section. And, well, a great job was done by all, so keep it up. In fact, we're going to hear 3 that we didn't hear last week because I made a little mistake. So today we're going to hear from Turani, Marisol, and Juan Lu. And also, well, I'll take this moment to give you this week's question of the week. This week's question of the week, I think it's a beautiful one. I think it's a magical one. What is your favorite, no favorit, say it with me. What is your favorite family tradition? Do you have a favorite family tradition? Something that you do or used to do? Algo que antes hacías? Well, you can let us know. You can record a 1-minute audio note. As always, nothing changes here. And you can send it over to my email address, which is aalonso@grupovaughn.com. aalonso@grupovaughn.com, and tell us about your favorite, no favorite, I want to hear everybody pronounce it good in the audio, your favorite family tradition. Use this amazing opportunity to express yourself aloud, to practice your speaking, and of course, to receive feedback from your teacher. And what I love about the question of the week, honestly, is not just that I get to hear your voices, but also that I notice that every little tweak, every little adjustment that I may make, you guys take it in stride. Lo cogéis con filosofía, and you apply it. So again, folks, really, excellent job to all my students. I like to think, and I'm pretty sure I'll die on this hill, como decimos, but out of all the students in Spain, my students sound the best. I've heard you. I know it. I've heard the worst. I've heard the best. And you guys are in the top percentile. So keep it up. Like, that's admirable. The word admirable. We don't say able. Admirable. ¿Cómo se dice todo? A bull. Ible, hable is a bull. Responsible. Respectable. Unbelievable. I hope you're repeating these with me. Responsible, respectable, unbelievable. You better be repeating that one. Esa tiene la B y la V. Unforgettable. Forgettable. I mean, you don't say it with the pauses, but I'm just saying, if in your head, every time you see hable, ible as an ending, which it usually is in many adjectives, It's a bull. A bull. The same way you need to know the sound ought. You ought to know. Well, if you know how to make that sound ought, then you know how to say bought, caught, fought, thought, bought, brought, and many other verbs in the English language. So look for these patterns. I'll point them out when I can. And also, I cannot stress it enough. I say it in every show, but I mean it so much. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You need to participate aloud. So when you hear a new word, when we look at our homophones today, when we're looking at the joke section, try and repeat the vocabulary, especially if it's new, or maybe, if it's tricky when it comes to pronunciation, like the ones we always choose in our homophones. And that way, on this show, in this English class, you're not just working on your listening, which is fascinating and awesome, and you're already ahead of the game, but you're also working on speaking. And again, you can do it here on the air once a week. Remember, if you want to participate in our question of the week, send me the audio note. Send it to Alonso@Grupo Von, and you can send it to me before the end of the day on Thursday. All right, let's kick things off with the Say What soundbite.
Say what? What?
All right. Your Say What soundbite. This is where we practice summarizing. And I was just talking to a friend yesterday, a neighbor and a friend, and he was doing his B2, I think he said. And he had to read a text in Spanish and then summarize it in English. And I said, hey, that sounds familiar. Well, you guys listen to an audio in English, and then you have to summarize it in English. And hopefully then jot it down word for word. It's our Say What soundbite, a section we've been doing now maybe for 3 or 4 years. I'm not sure. See? Some of the newer sections we have real reviews, we have wacky world records, life hacks. I brought back the news report. So there's always a lot of English. This is a variety show. You say magazine, we say a variety show. And speaking of variety, you'll find a variety of materials available right now at Von Tienda. Go to our website, grupovon.com. Search for Von Tienda, click there, and then where it says promociones, you'll find Pack Los Imprescindibles. It's 8 materials for 21 euros and 90 cents. So it's under 22 euros. If you're looking for some material to have by the pool, this is the place. These are killer deals. Tu profesor en casa avanzado. I think that would be great for each and every one of you listening right now. 10 euros and 47 cents. Don't tell me it's going to break the bank, because that's, sometimes that's a couple coffees or a coffee, and, sometimes 2 beers in Madrid is more than that, just to put everything into perspective. So you can get complete courses for around 10 euros. You've also got the translation booklets for under 2 euros. I've just shared the link with you. You've got it over here at grupovon.com in the live stream. And then, as I said, if you're listening, go to grupovon.com, then click on the place where it says Von Tienda, and voila, you'll see promociones over there. But definitely make the most of these deals. I mean, I have never seen deals like this. You've got materials for kids, for adults, for all ages, for all levels, and definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, sin atisbo, you've got it for every budget, because this is pennies for some really amazing material that I know you guys will make the most out of, because I know you guys really well. All right, well, let's listen to today's Say What soundbite now. As always, we're going to listen to a famous person. This person is in a situation, whether they're acting or whether they're being interviewed or what have you. And well, basically, I want you guys to listen up, give me your take, tu opinión. That's another way of saying your opinion. Your take, and yeah, sum it up. Here it is for the first time.
I'm sitting at home reading a periodical, and this is the call I get. My son is a bootlegger. Ow! Who put you up to this? Was it her?
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughan Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughan Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovaughan.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughan Town. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. All right, welcome to your pop quiz here on the show with no name. All right, also a quick reminder, folks, if you're not following us on social media, we have got tons of content. And when I say tons, we've been producing it like crazy. So you can expect tons and tons, heaps and stacks, otras formas de decir, lots and lots, heaps of videos. Son diferentes formas de decir muchísimos. Because I know myself, I've recorded 20. You've got Jules Linares. I'm talking about the new Vaughan Radio Instagram account, which, by the way, we're at 182 followers. Guys, it's 1 week old. So thank you. Thank you so much to everybody who followed along. Also, I'm looking at who they follow. They follow Linda Scaperotto, the host of our show, Tell Me Your Story. So you can also follow her on Instagram. Andrea Vaughan is also on there as well. Again, what I'm looking at is I went into Vaughan Radio's Instagram profile, and I'm seeing now who they follow. So follow Vaughan Radio and follow some of your favorite teachers if you'd like to learn. As I told you guys, I'm back. I'm posting videos again. I was off social media for a while for mental health reasons. and I'm back now and with a vengeance. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I've been doing videos for my personal accounts and also doing videos for the Vaughn accounts as well. So follow us, and this way, again, you get these little tidbits of English, these little bites. You say píldoras, and that's the way. A little bit each day. You know, you're on the toilet. Hey, let's be honest here, okay? You're on the toilet, and what do? Well, you're like, well, I might as well learn an idiomatic expression or a pronunciation in English. And these videos are really good because what is it about? Repeating what you hear. Well, you can have the video in your hand and repeat it, and you can play it again and again until you repeat the words correctly. This weekend, we looked at, vamos a hacer esta, seek, buscar, and sick, enfermo, seek. Right? The doctor is seeking sick people. Di esto conmigo. The doctor is seeking sick people. Right? That's a little bit different, that sound. Okay. The eel, la anguila, el anguila, el? I think it's el, right? Makes sense. That's a weird one. See, you guys got that el la thing, and it makes your language more confusing. All right. The ill eel. No eel, it's the ill eel. And the doctor is seeking sick people. So again, these videos, you can play them as many times as you want until you can replicate that sound. You've also got the Lunchtime Show on Instagram. You've got Dave Boy's Music. You've got Probo, Professional Bohemian, which is Rob Graham's. You've got La Maleta Negra, who is, you might know her, you might not. Her name is Marta, and she's in charge of the TV, the video content over at Vaughn. She works with Rob's team. Really awesome. From Sevilla, mi arma. We've got Daniel, Danny, as we call him, one of the technicians. Ale from the amazing program Speaking with Confidence. And then we've got Ruby from Aprende Inglés con Ruby. So if you follow us on Instagram, well, you'll get tons of content, and leave your comments at the same time. And remember, you've got the main account. That's where you'll find out everything. That's radio stuff, a little bit of everything. And the Vaughn Radio Instagram account is primarily for radio stuff, you know, stuff related to the presenters of the radio or content or upcoming trivias. You know, when we know the date and the host of the next trivia, that's the first place where you'll find that information. It'll eventually be shared with the Grupo Vaughn accounts as well, but initially, obviously, with Vaughn Radio, since it has something to do with Vaughn Radio. All right. So my amigos, in fact, wait a second. Are you kidding me? Rob Graham's. I don't know if it was him that released it, but Rob Graham's just released a video of me doing a video with Vaughn. Didn't I just say I did some videos? Well, listen, they just released it. So as we're speaking right here, live, I'm like, wait, who's that guy? That looks like me. What the F? ¿Qué demonios? So check it out. We look at shade and shadow. We look at sunglasses. We look at to take off, to put on. So lots of vocabulary in a video that only lasts 1 minute. You'll get tons of amazing content for free. And it's content that'll help you review things that you've heard here on Vaughn Radio. A lot of the video ideas, at least in my personal case, come from the show. I jot down, esto haría un buen video. This would make a good video. Also, hey, guys, as you know, I'm open to your suggestions. So, you know, if you're like, hey, Alberto, why don't you do a video on this and that? So many of my videos have come from students requesting them. So don't be afraid to request a video too, and I'll give you a little shout out. So this is a way where we can take social media and use it as a positive, productive thing, not just doom scrolling. Right? Desplazándote viendo el final del mundo delante de tus ojos. We call it doom, la muerte, la perdición, doom scrolling. Do something productive on social media and follow Vaughn, follow all the teachers. You got Grupo Vaughn, you got Vaughn Radio, and join the conversation, as I say. All right, let's take a look at today's pop quiz. We're going to take a look at something from our backbone, as I call it. It is our translation booklets, and you can get these right now at a killer deal at Vaughn Tienda. So check it out if you haven't. And either way, you're going to hear a little audio clip right now. But pay attention, because I will have a couple questions for you afterwards.
List 8.
Lo oí por Radio Makuto.
I heard it through the grapevine.
Esta compañía apesta.
This company stinks.
Tan mala no es.
It's not that bad.
Necesito más cancha para trabajar.
I need more room to work.
¿Cómo puedes decir eso?
How can you say that?
No puedo influir en la política de la compañía.
I can't influence company policy.
Pero solo llevas un año aquí.
But you've only been here for a year.
Además, solo tienes 28 años.
Besides, you're only 28 years old.
¿Y qué?
So what?
Tienes que ser paciente.
You have to be patient.
La paciencia es una virtud.
Patience is a virtue.
Se me ha agotado la paciencia.
I've run out of patience.
¿Qué piensas hacer?
What are you planning to do?
Voy a dimitir.
I'm going to resign.
No aceptarán tu dimisión.
They won't accept your resignation.
No me importa.
I don't care.
¿Qué planes tienes?
What plans do you have?
Voy a entrar en política.
I'm going to enter politics.
¿Te estás buscando problemas?
You're looking for trouble.
Me apañaré.
I'll get by.
¿Te gusta la política?
Do you like politics?
Es la mejor forma de cambiar las cosas.
It's the best way to change things.
Cambiar las cosas no es tan fácil.
Changing things is not that easy.
Tengo una misión en la vida.
I have a mission in life.
Algún día dirigiré este país.
Someday I'll run this country.
List 9.
No abandones.
Don't give up.
No des tu brazo a torcer.
Don't give in.
Asegúrate de que la gente te oiga.
Make sure the people hear you.
No te pongas nervioso.
Don't get nervous.
No pierdas la calma.
Don't lose your cool.
Trata de causar una buena impresión.
Try to make a good impression.
No dejes que te pongan nervioso.
Don't let them make you nervous.
Empieza el discurso con una anécdota.
Start the speech with an anecdote.
Si no se ríen, no te preocupes por ello.
If they don't laugh, don't worry about it.
Asegúrate de que tienes su atención.
Make sure you have their attention.
No mires a la misma persona todo el tiempo.
Don't look at the same person all the time.
Asegúrate de que tu voz llegue hasta el fondo del auditorio.
Make sure your voice reaches the back of the auditorium.
Aprende tu discurso de memoria.
Learn your speech by heart.
Memorízalo.
Memorize it.
No dejes que el micrófono te asuste.
Don't let the microphone scare you.
Tengo confianza en ti.
I have confidence in you.
Llámame una vez hayas terminado.
Call me once you've finished.
Seguiré tus consejos.
I'll follow your advice.
Deséame suerte.
Wish me luck.
No te defraudaré.
I won't disappoint you.
Espero que no.
I hope not.
¿Cuánto durará tu discurso?
How long will your speech last?
¿Cubre todos los temas?
Does it cover all the subjects?
Déjame que le eche un vistazo.
Let me have a look at it. Or, let me take a look at it.
Es más corto de lo que creí.
It's shorter than I thought.
All right, my amigos, some really, really good vocabulary and structures that we took a look at. Remember, that is coming straight out of one of our most amazing materials, our translation book. You can get them all in one with the pocket edition, or you can get them individually right now. I'm not sure. You got to do the math. Hay que calcular. Do the math and, see what you come up with. Folks, we'll be right back with so much more. So, stick around. Ow. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, my amigos. This is part 2 of today's show with no name here on Vaughn Radio. Thank you so much for joining us today and every day for some exciting English, a place where you learn real English, where we look at pronunciation, the syntax, how you put things together, the cadence, the pace. All of that is part of the language, not just verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs, right? It's equally as important, if not more important, the way it sounds. In fact, it's more important. Why? My daughter has no idea what an adjective is. She doesn't know what a verb is. Does she use them all day, every day? Oh, yeah. You can bet your bottom dollar. But she doesn't know grammar. She just knows if I want this, I say this. So a lot of times we overthink the grammar, and I get it. You want some rules that you can hold on to. You want to, if you need to go back and check, okay, well, this is make, this is do, right. But it's not that rigid. In the end, it's, I got to say this when I want this. It's much more black and white, much more logical. And if on top of it, you practice the pronunciation, the cadence, all of those things, well, you're working on sounding better. So it's not just, I want to know more English. Okay, that's good. But if you don't sound good, what's the ultimate goal is really, I want to sound great when I open my mouth and speak English. I want to sound great in my own language. Well, that comes from practicing your communication skills, something we do here on the show all the time. All right, well, why don't we listen to our Say What soundbite? We're going to listen to it for the second time, and then we'll take a look at the comments. We've got some students checking in with us, and we'll see what you guys had to say about it. Here it is for the second time.
I'm sitting at home reading a periodical, and this is the call I get. My son is a bootlegger. Ow, Dad. Who put you up to this? Was it her?
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend Because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace.
Mhm.
Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así de gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damián, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
Vaughantienda.com.
It's the Shit. That's right, folks. Vaughn Tienda. You can pick up so many amazing books right now. You've got deals. I mean, crazy. English for Sport, €6.26. Yeah, that's every sport under the sun. If you're somebody who loves sports, you're a sporty person. Perfect. You'll learn about all the different activities. Also, you've got the Pack de Verbos Clave Inglés. That's available for €25.26. And you've got to be, can, to make, to like, to do, to have, to go, and to get. I mean, those are the big ones. And you can get that whole pack. I mean, talk about, we're not talking about 8 books. We're talking about 8 books along with audio-visual content for €25. Let me do the math. I'm not good at math, but guess what? My computer is. So let's take a look here. My calculator, my phone, I should say. 25.26 divided by 4 equals €6.31. Talk about a steal. All right, we're going to check in with you guys in just a moment, but first, we've got to catch up. Ponernos al día. We've got to catch up because on Friday, we didn't listen to all the question of the week replies. So I promised Turani, Marisol, and Juan Lu, of course, that we would hear them on Monday's show. So without any further ado, sin más, let's hear from Turani.
Hey there, so with the namers.
Hi, Turani.
Turani here. First off, I'm so sorry I couldn't make it the last few weeks.
No problem.
I honestly really miss hanging out and being part of the show.
Thank you so much.
You did really great. Anyway, about this week's question, I don't really think there is such a thing as a single best year of your life.
Okay.
For me, life is all about those scattered happy moments, you know?
Some say love is like a river. Oh, no, that's not life. Is it life or love, that song? But it's true. It ebbs and it flows. Very good. Flujo y reflujo. Is that how you say it? So far, so good. Turani, you sound great.
Looking at the big picture.
Wow, vaya expresión. El panorama total. The big picture. Wow, Turani, totally native there.
I like to think the best of those moments are still ahead of me. Don't get me wrong. I've been incredibly lucky despite some bumps along the way, and my life is already packed with great memories. But I'm all about looking forward. I'm just so excited for the special experiences
Excellent.
that are out there still waiting for me, and I can't wait to enjoy them all. That's all. Bye bye.
Como diríamos, Turani, bring it on. Que venga lo que tenga que venir. Bring it on. Wow, sounds great. Sounds amazing, Turani. Better late than never. And again, it's my fault that we're listening to the following show. But don't worry. It's great to hear your voices. Up next, we've got someone with such a sweet voice, Marisol.
Hi, it's Marisol.
Hi.
Referring to the question of the week, I can't really say which year had been the most wonderful for me because all these last years had ups and downs.
Hey, that's the way it works. I put out a video this weekend. Life has its ups and downs, altibajos. It was a video I did with a roller coaster.
Although of the top of my head,
Great expression.
I remember on my early 20s.
Cuidado con la pronunciación, no early, in my early 20s.
That my friends and I used to go out on the weekends, and we had so much fun.
Oh, of course.
During the weekdays, we were sometimes telling each other, wow, we are dying to arrive the weekends because we are having so much fun.
We're dying for the weekend to arrive.
We used to do whatever flew or boat, something like that.
Whatever flies or floats.
That's it.
Okay.
Greetings to our show with no namers.
Great, Turani. You know, that happened Saturday evening. We were having some dinner in a garden in my town. There's a garden, and my daughter found some friends, and she was running around the garden. It was nighttime, and they were playing hide and seek. Vimos la palabra seek antes, ¿no? En vez de sick, que no se pronuncia igual, right? I can't play, vamos a decir esta frase, por favor. I can't play hide and seek, escondite, because I'm sick. I can't play hide and seek because I'm sick. And we were watching her play from afar. And we were both, my wife and I, thinking, wow, do you remember those nights? Those summer nights when your parents were having a little dinner and you finished and you ran off and you played with kids and you were running around and it was dark. And those are timeless moments that will live in your mind. You probably still remember the smell, the sounds of those summer nights being a kid. So excellent job, Marisol. You really took us for a trip down memory lane, como decimos. And ladies and gentlemen, you know Cristina Chicago. Well, here's last but certainly not least, Juan Lu Chicago.
Hey, Alberto. This
What's
is
up?
Juan Lu from Chicago. What's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
All good?
Regarding question of the week, I wouldn't say I have only one singular standout year.
Standout, de destacar. Muy bien. Great vocabulary.
But if I have to choose only one, maybe 2005 would be my selection.
Let's hear why.
That year was pivotal in my life.
Pivotal. Great word, Juan Lu. Pivotal.
I married Christina.
Oh.
And it marked a series of milestones.
It marked. Hay que oír esa E de la T. It marked.
For example,
milestones, yeah.
The first milestone would be the birth of my eldest son.
Oh.
Second, I successfully.
So it's successfully, todos, successfully.
Passed the public selection process.
Oh, qué bien lo has pronunciado, process.
To become a civil servant. Have you seen how I said process, no process?
Qué bien, claro que te he visto ahí. Process, qué bien. Guys, I don't miss one. O sea, yo oigo cuando lo decís bien, process en vez de process. Qué bien, tío Juan Lu. If you're trying to impress me, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, thank you very much for your correction.
You're welcome. Thanks for
Then,
applying them.
My daughter, Yaisa, was born.
Oh,
And finally, the arrival of my spirited little Georgie.
oh.
Okay, that's my answer for today's question of the week. Bye. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks to all of you who take the time to participate. We already have one student who has finished hers. She's gotten it to us already. K Roller Girl. She is definitely a driven student, motivada, a very driven student. So if you guys would like to participate, it's real simple. Record a 1-minute audio. You can record it on your phone and you can send it to this email address. Jot it down. Apunta, alonso@grupovon.com. You can also send me suggestions for homophones, double troubles, whatever you want, for videos that you'd like to see. Remember, the content is for you. So we want to give you what you're looking for, what you need. All right, amigos. Well, excellent job in our question of the week. Really, honest. I'm so proud of you guys. All I can say is keep up the good work. Okay? Keep up the good work because you guys are kicking ass and taking names. Oh, and I didn't give you what I wanted from you. I knew I was missing something here. Well, I got too excited. All right. Give me what I want for number 1 is use the word run in one of its many iterations. Run means a lot of different things. And never mind if we make it a phrasal verb. To run out of, to run up to run down, to run over, right? All of those mean something different. Use one. Show me the one that you know. And hopefully we'll look at a lot of different uses of this very amazingly useful word, run, porque no es solo correr. Remember, it's run, ran, run. Volvemos al principio, en la tercera columna. Run, ran, run. So use it. Se puede usar para presentarse para presidente. Recently we had the Real Madrid elections, right? Also, you've got quedarse. See, well, I'll leave it in your hands. Dímelo de nuevo. Run that by me again. Toma esa es totalmente nativo. Run that by me again. Dime eso de nuevo. Okay, so number 1, use run. Use the word run. One of the many uses. You can use a phrasal verb however you want, an idiomatic expression. The next one, I want you to give me darse por vencido and ceder. They can be related, but they don't have to. Okay? So darse por vencido, the first one, and ceder. I'll give you a clue. They both start with give. Every day I give. Yesterday I gave. Lately I've given. All right? And the third one, no te defraudaré. Well, I want you to use defraudar. Okay? I want you to use defraudar, decepcionar. Okay? There you go. Those are your challenges. Number 1, use the word run in one of its many, many iterations. The second one, give me darse por vencido, to say I surrender. And number 2, to say, okay, you take it. ¿Qué es parecido? Ceder. To cede something. Sí que existe la palabra to cede. And the last one, use defraudar, decepcionar. And there you go. Those are your challenges in today's pop quiz. Let's see who's with us here in our virtual chat room. We've got Born to Iron Man. What's up, buddy? And he says, hi, friends. What's up? Great to have you. Laura says, good day, everybody. Good day, lovely show with no namers. I heard an extract from an American sitcom, correct, in which a father is telling off his son. Great vocabulary, to tell off, echar una bronca. He is telling off his son for something he has done, absolutely. And he sounds embarrassed about his own son. Absolutely, Laura. Spot on. Laura says, what a great attitude, Turani. The best is yet to come. El mejor está por venir. Let's take a look at run. Let's run down the list of meanings of run. To run down the list. It's another way to say it. Okay, let's see if you can guess in Spanish the meaning of each one as I say it in context. Now, more importantly, make sure you repeat this phrasal verb that I'm going to give you. Guess who I ran into the other day? Guess who I ran into? Adivina con quién topé el otro día. Guess who I ran into or bumped into? Dilo tú. So to meet somebody unexpectedly, to run into something. He got run over by a train. Oh my God, that's painful. Le atropelló un tren. He got run over by a train. That would be an extremely painful experience. Okay? Let's see. To run after someone. To run after is to chase. To run up to someone is to run to where they are. To approach them running. Okay? We also run off copies. If you have a photocopier, you run off copies. Okay? To run out of. We've looked at that one a million times. To run back, to run against, to run for office, to run a business, to run a marathon, to run late. I'm running late. I'm giving you guys tons of different uses. We don't say I'm late. We say I'm running late. Also give. We're looking at to quit or to yield, to stop resisting. So that would be darse por vencido versus ceder. We also have regalar, or to tell a secret. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. To return something. Can you give that back? Give me back my marker. The teacher gave out candies on the last day to distribute. That candle is giving off a strong smell to emit. Okay? What else? Bueno, vamos a ver el give up ahora. To give rise to, causar que algo empiece. To give birth to, right? So you've got a lot of different uses of those common words. They're both irregular. Run, ran, run, and give, gave, given. All right? Let's take a look over here. Laura says, I ran into an old friend the other day. Excellent. To run into. Topar con. The next one, she says, don't give up. Keep fighting. She's so persuasive that I had to give in the end. Great. Wow, Laura. So to run into someone, to bump into someone, también decimos, okay? And to give up is to white flag. I surrender. To give in is say, okay, take it. Like, I'm not going to fight anymore. Again, similar ideas. We know it from the song, Never Gonna Give You Up. But eso es dejarte, abandonarte. Never gonna give you, I'm not gonna quit you, right? To give up smoking. Lo dice en ese, no voy a dejar de tener el mono por ti, to have the monkey. So great. She's so persuasive that I had to give in the end. All right. And the last one, don't worry, I won't let you down. We know you won't. Just like Rick Astley, never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to turn around and hurt you, never going to give you up. You can learn a lot of phrasal verbs with our buddy Rick. All right, well, excellent job. Lovely, Laura. Are you ready for your next challenge? Your next mission? It's your spelling bee.
Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee.
That's right, folks. Welcome to our spelling bee here on the show with no name. Let's see what we've got for today's spelling bee. Oh, hang on, though. We've got Born to Iron Man also participating in our pop quiz. Great job already. Just the fact that you're participating, you are ahead of the game. He says, I need to run some bicycle tests before the race. Excellent. To run a test. Another one we left out. To run errands. Hacer recados. O sea, run, la mínima que usas es correr, menos en mi caso. So, He runs the company. He has to run some errands. She ran away. Run away. Janie's got a gun. Run away from the pain. You've got it in tons of songs. Bon Jovi, she's a little runaway. Do, 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 do. My little runaway, my run. Alguien que se va a la fuga. So you'll hear a lot of this. Our Time is Running Out by Muse. Our time is running out. So again, don't take my word for it. Learn it from the music. Excellent. The next one, don't give in to pressure. Excellent job. Real champions won't give up. Wow. Just like you. No matter how difficult it gets, they won't let you down. Excellent job. Wow. What can I say? All right. Round one in today's Spelling Bee. Are you ready? Here we go. The first word is Jesse space OWENS. The next one is OHIO space STATE space UNIVERSITY. The next one is 3 space WORLD space RECORDS. The next one is BIG space 10 space CONFERENCE. The fifth one is TRACK space ampersand space FIELD. And the last one is ANN space ARBOR comma space MICHIGAN. Oh my Lord. All right, I don't have time. I got to go through it. You know what? I don't have time to do it now. We're going to have to do it after the commercial break, folks. I've got to be realistic. Yeah. Well, I'll give you round 2 right when we come back in just a moment. So stick around. Welcome back. This is part 3. Are you serious? Jeez. Part 3 of today's show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Rock and roll and English all wrapped into one. Let's see. Born to Iron Man, taking a stab at it. He is an ace. Born to Iron Man, I can tell you right now, I can't go faster than that. So, all right. The first one is correct. The second one is also correct. So is the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Unfreaking believable. Wow. Born to Iron Man. What can I say? Hats off, dude. I honestly cannot go any faster than that. It's not humanly possible, at least not for me. All right, but don't worry, folks. I'm going to spell those words again in just a moment. In fact, let's do it now. We'll get it out of the way. Round 2. Let me lower the music a little bit. The first word is JESSE space OWENS. The second one is OHIO space STATE space UNIVERSITY. The third one is 3 space WORLD space RECORDS. The fourth one is BIG space 10 space CONFERENCE. And the fifth one, TRACK space ampersand space again, FIELD. And the last one is ANN space ARBOR, comma, space MICHIGAN. All right, those are your spelling bee words for the second time. I can't believe it. Born to Iron Man, you are fast AF. Fast as food. I think you know the word I was going to say there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's rock it with today's Homophones on the Show with No Name.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time,
Yes.
it's homophones rhyme.
Yes.
They sound the same on the show with no name. Show with no name. Show with no name. Show with no name.
All right, amigos, here's where we look at those words that tend to be a little bit confusing. There are nuances, matices, that usually throw students off. So let's see what we've got. Our first word is something que tiene muchos nudos. You say, enredado, lleno de nudos, nudoso. Okay? Also, it can be espinoso barra complicado. Okay? That is your first word. Okay? Que viene con muchos nudos. Está enredado. I think of my earbuds, my earphones. Yeah, always. Right? Or the Christmas lights. Those are always enredados. All right? And the second one is malcriado, desobediente. But it can also be picante o pícaro. Like, tiene un toque sexual. Depende de tu tono, depende de muchas cosas. All right? So, the first word, full of nudos. No lo digo porque esa palabra está ahí dentro. Enredado, lleno de nudos, nudoso. También puede ser un sinónimo para difícil. Okay? And the second word, depending on the meaning you give it, it can be a little kid who's acting up. That's another way of saying misbehaving. Or it can be, oh, you want to get naughty, huh? You. All right, my amigos, those are your two words. A, what are they? And do they sound exactly the same or not? And as always, we'll see what you guys have to say here in the comments. Also, I'm going to give you the Say What soundbite now for the third time.
I'm sitting at home reading a periodical, and this is the call I get. My son is a bootlegger. Ow! Who put you up to this? Was it her?
¿Te gustaría abrir puertas a nuevas oportunidades y estar listo para cualquier desafío? Con el máster de inglés del Grupo Vaughan podrás transformar tu futuro. Este programa intensivo te ayudará a dominar el inglés profesional, perfeccionar tu comunicación y ganar la confianza que necesitas para conseguir tus objetivos. Nuestros profesores Vaughan especializados te prepararán para afrontar en inglés todas las situaciones de comunicación en un entorno profesional. No dejes que el inglés sea una barrera. Invierte en tu futuro con el máster de inglés profesional del Grupo Vaughan. Llámanos al 91-133-5833 o entra en grupovaughan.com.
That's right, folks. GrupoVaughn.com. You can find out about the masters, about amazing materials, and everything you want to know in the Vaughn world. Don't forget to follow us on social media over here. Let's see if we've got the new post here, because they just posted a new post. Go to Vaughn Radio on Instagram And is it posted now? Is it officially posted? No. I guess I thought I saw it here. Maybe they reposted it. All right. Well, either way, we shall see. Veremos. And as always, my amigos, tons of free content as well as on the Vaughn Radio app. You can also get tons of free content by following us on social media. This way, you're a part of our online community. And again, folks, thank you so much for all your support. I mean, the other day at the trivia night, just spending time with all of you, just tremendous. Really. Thank you so much for being you, for being excellent students. All right, let's go on over here to our chat room. We've got another winner in today's Spelling Bee. Give it up for lovely Laura. So, Born to Iron Man and Laura. All right, let's see. Also, they are participating in today's homophones, but you got the word. You're giving me another word for it. So the word I'm looking for it ends with a Y, the word I'm looking for. So, So I can't judge it on that right now. Even though that word is correct, it's not the word that I had in mind. So both words, I'll give you a clue in today's homophone section. Both words end with a Y. Maybe that'll help you out a little bit. And ladies and gentlemen, we've also got a winner in today's Say What Soundbite. It's lovely Laura after the third listen. Excellent job, Laura, knocking it out of the park. And some great vocabulary that we'll take a look at there in just a little bit. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, while you guys are figuring out today's homophones, why don't we take a look at our spelling bee words to see what they had in common today? All right. Well, they had to do with track and field. Track and field, you say atletismo, track and field. And that was our fifth word in the spelling bee, track and field. Track and field. So number one was Jesse Owens, monster, a huge name in this sport. Jesse Owens. And the reason I chose these words is because today in 1935, Jesse Owens from Ohio State University. That was number two. So number one, Jesse Owens. Number two, Ohio State University. He broke 3 world records. De ahí tenemos 3 world records. And he tied a fourth one, empató. He drew or he tied a fourth one at the Big Ten Conference, which was number 4. Number 5 was track and field, and the championships took place in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Vamos a decir esa palabra juntos. Michigan, Chicago, Lake Michigan, Chicago. En inglés, ese sonido es SH. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Ohio State University. And, today at Ann Arbor, Michigan, it's a very famous, I think it's a college town. 3 world records were broken by Jesse Owens, and a fourth one was tied. Do any of you do track and field? I imagine some of you do. All right, let's see. Blacklight Gospel. There's our friend Rebecca. Make sure you follow her too on Instagram. Vigo Gospel Choir, Madrid Gospel Choir. You can find her. She's awesome. What's up? She says, hello, everybody. Greetings from Bilbao. Oh, awesome. Now, she lives on a plane. She's always traveling, but she always makes some time to listen to the show with no name. Thank you very much, Rebecca. It was great seeing you at the trivia night as well. All right, Laura and Born to Iron Man taking a stab at today's homophones. And now we've got the right words here. And let's see. They don't sound alike. Okay, so Laura says they sound alike. And Born to Iron Man says they don't sound alike. All right. Well, the first word is naughty. Naughty. Right? Vamos a ver esto. Esto es muy fácil. No voy a atar el nudo. I'm not going to tie that knot. Not and not sound the same. N-O-T suena igual que K-N-O-T, pero es una O, no es not. No es una O. Mira mi boca si lo estáis viendo. Not. So there's a knot, right? When I wash my daughter's hair, it gets very naughty. But my daughter's not naughty. She's not naughty. So do they sound the same? Listen. She isn't naughty, but her hair is naughty. She isn't naughty, like awesome, but her hair is naughty. They are not homophones. Tough one there. So let's say them together. The first one, naughty. She has knots in her hair. Her hair is tangled, como lo de Disney, enredado. She needs to untangle her hair. She needs to untangle the knots in her hair. I'm not kidding. Don't be naughty. Don't be naughty, you. Woo-hoo. Now, there's a third word that doesn't sound the same, but could be misconstrued as well, and that's nutty. Nutty. Man, you're nutty. Eres un chiflado. Well, today's homophones were definitely nutty. Excellent job to everybody who participated. And Born to Iron Man, excellent. Blacklight Gospel says, my pleasure, dear friend. We had a great time last Tuesday. A lot of fun. No doubt about it. All right, well, folks, it's time for today's news report.
This is the news report on the show with no name, bringing you the latest breaking news. I'm Alberto Alonso, reporting live.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we've got tons of amazing things going on. And as I say, amazing things, we've got at least 8 more challenges on today's show. So awesome sauce. All right, well, today's news report, well, since we were already talking about Ohio State University, well, I figured we could stick with this university theme, this college theme. Now, there are 4 years. What are the 4 years? The main 4 years? The first year, you are called a freshman. The second year, you are called a sophomore. The third year, you're called a junior. And the fourth and final year, the best year, you're a senior. All right, well, I call this news story, You Are Not Alone. Now, what did you understand? You are not alone. No estás solo, no? You'll never walk alone, but also no eres un préstamo. Yes, si lo escribimos espacio loan, L-O-A-N, pues sí. You are not alone, my friend. Well, college grads, that's another way of saying graduates, were stunned. Wow! After a surprise donor, donante, paid off their student loans to pay off in its entirety. Are you kidding me? No. Graduates, acuérdate, el verbo is to graduate. La persona is a graduate. So graduates at North Carolina State University, very famous university, were absolutely stunned. They were flabbergasted, is another way to say it. Atónitos, after a commencement speaker. Those are the people they have. Another way to say graduation is commencement. Comenzar, well, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the commencement, we call it. That's the more formal way to say it. So after a commencement speaker announced that he would personally cover their final year student loan debt. Vamos a decir esa palabra, la B muda, debt, during a graduation ceremony. So imagine that. You're sitting at your graduation. The guy at the podium says, yeah, guys, don't worry about the last year. It's on me. And this guy, a guy who is an entrepreneur named Anil Kochar, and he revealed that he and his wife would pay off all those education loans from 20 2025 to 2026, the academic year. Wow, that is awesome. And he was a guy who graduated from that university. Obviously, the students erupted into a raging applause because college can be expensive. Oh, yeah? Let's see. How much NYU one semester? Let's see what they say here. NYU one semester. So the undergraduate tuition is about $65,622 per year. So per semester, $32,000. Okay. Now, including 32,811. That's New York University. So if you include housing, food, fees, books, and other expenses, we're talking about $97,000 a year. That's around 50 grand to go to NYU, New York University. So, wow, these kids must be over the moon, encantadísimos. And he said, and I quote, "It is my privilege to announce today that in honor of my father, my wife Marilyn and I are providing a graduation gift to cover all the final year education loans incurred by Wilson College graduates." Wilson College is the smaller college at the university, La Escuela de Tal Cosa. This donation will benefit around 200 graduates. That's amazing. And what a great, great gesture. And he says also, Marilyn and I, his wife, hope that all of you leave Reynolds Coliseum today, not only with a degree, unos estudios, but with greater freedom to pursue your goals, to go after your goals. Take risks and build the lives you've worked so hard to achieve. That's beautiful. And you'll never hear that on mainstream news because they only like to spread bad news. Bad, everything's bad. So finally, we get some good news in there. All right, amigos, more good news. We have got one of my favorite sections, Real Reviews.
First of all, what went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually volunteer for this?
Real Reviews.
Real Reviews. Found online.
Real Reviews.
It was unbelievably painful.
Absolutely and unbelievably painful. Oh, man. All right. Well, folks, as always, we are taking a look at reviews, and I figured we could stick with this college theme. Now, there's something that's really popular in the United States, and they're called community colleges. Now, why are community colleges? They're the cheaper ones usually. Why are they popular? Well, let's say your grades are not that great. It's easier to get accepted. So you can get accepted to a community college, aside from being cheaper, right? Because they're smaller colleges. But also it's easier to get into another college once you're in a college. So if you do a year at a community college, a lot of people will do their first year there where they're not exactly sure what they want to do yet, like many people. And then they'll go on to a university or a big state school or something like this. So today we're taking a look at a community college in the New York area. Here we go. This is the worst school I've attended in my life. Remember, we don't say assisted, attended. Y sin tú. This is the worst school I've attended in my life. Everything in capital letters. Everything is a scam for more money. It's literally a hustle. And a hustle is como chanchullo, ¿no? Están como chanchullo. How do you say this word? Ajetreo, un timo, ¿no? Un empujar. No, ese no. Yeah, they're always trying to hustle, moverte. Venga, compra esto, haz lo otro. So it's more like a hustle, a scam, un timo. No help from guidance counselors. Now, a guidance counselor is the person who, they're very important. They're the people who, tu consejero académico. right? They advise you, okay, well, you've got these credits. You can do this. You can transfer. They're your advisors. No help from the guidance counselors. They don't know how to work technology, so they can't help you. They blame everything on the influx of students that need help too. So they're telling people they're understaffed. The influx, el influjo. Oh, you say the same thing. Yet all of us, and this is again in capital letters, are confused and without guidance. We, of course, still need to uphold our end, cumplir con nuestra parte, to uphold our end of meeting deadlines. To meet deadlines es llegar a fechas límites, and paying for this garbage, acuérdate, no garbage, without seeing change, sin ver cambio. I cannot wait to leave this miserable institution. Wow. Okay, the next one. The bursar's office always has an attitude. Now, do you know what the bursar is? That's the one who handles the payment. The bursar, tesorero en una universidad, tesorero administrador. So the one who handles the financials. If you have a problem with your student loans, I remember I had to go to the bursars a couple times. Oh, because you're changing this, or, anything financially related. So they say the bursar's office always has an attitude when I call on the phone, as if they don't want to do their job, como si no quisieran hacer su trabajo. Answering the phone by simply saying, bursar, with no greeting, se escribe bursar, B-U-R-S-A-R, with no greeting, sin saludo, is not acceptable, o lo que podemos decir también, unacceptable. It's unacceptable customer service, servicio al cliente. If you ask them any information about your account, they will try to give you the service level answer that you already know. So they're not telling you anything new. And they won't want to do the legwork on the issue. Now, the legwork means the moverse, right? The part of the job that requires you to, aquí pone trabajo preliminar, preparativos. The legwork, the physical part, getting everything ready, as we say, the legwork. I don't know if you were familiar with that expression, but hey, we can learn even from real reviews. Folks, we are going to our final commercial break. I can't believe it. Time is just flying by. When we come back, we've got our double trouble. We've got the Say What soundbite. We've also got Name That Movie. We've got jokes, famous birthdays, and much, much more. And when this show is done, you've got tons of amazing programs. All you have to do is download the free Vaughn Radio app, or you can find us on your favorite podcast platform. Don't forget to follow us on social media as well. You'll find Grupo Vaughn, the main account on Instagram, and our latest account, which is Vaughn Radio. All right, folks, we'll be right back with much more, so stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, my amigos. This is the show with no name. So many amazing, truly amazing things going on in the Vaughn world. You've got special deals, amazing deals. Just go to grupovaughn.com and then go to Vaughn Tienda, and then where it says, what is the word? Especiales, no, chollos. Well, where it says oferta, something like that. Also, I'm looking at the Vaughn Radio Instagram, chock full of content. There's a video with me. Hey, look at that. And I teach you, do you wear shades in the shade? Go to Vaughn Radio now and take a look at this video. We look at shade and shadow. How shades are also sunglasses. We look at to take off and to put on. Some really useful English. You also have another video with Jules Linares, and she's teaching us the difference between lean back and lean forward. To lean back versus to lean forward. You've got Rob Grams as well, telling us the difference between to lend and borrow. So many amazing videos. To look for it. No, to look it up on the internet. That's with Jules Linares. Rob Grams teaching you the difference between fun and funny. These are all videos that we've posted in the last week, and there is more to come, amigos. So join us on Grupo Vaughn and on Vaughn Radio on the gram, Instagram. All right, folks, are you ready for another challenge? I think you know what time it is. It's time for Double Trouble.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
All right, my amigos, here's your double trouble. I think it's an easy one, knowing you folks, knowing your level. So I don't expect you to have too much trouble with it. All right, here goes. Él dijo que no iba a llevar corbata, ni siquiera cuando se case. Okay? All right. It's a tough one. I've given you a clue, though, earlier in the show. You got a little clue there. So, él dijo que no iba a llevar corbata. Él dijo que no iba a llevar corbata, ni siquiera cuando se case. You've got to use the same word twice in that challenge. That's why we call it a double trouble. All right, there you go, folks. I'll give you some time to think it over. Also, let me give you the Say What soundbite. You've got it here for the fourth and final time. Good luck. Laura got it already. Let's see if anybody else can join her.
I'm sitting at home reading a periodical, and this is the call I get. My son is a bootlegger. Ow! Who put you up to this? Was it her?
Me pregunta el del chiringuito si quiero hacer kitesurf o wakeboard o si prefiero tomarme un bitter cass antes. Me acaba de decir 5 palabras en inglés. Kite, que significa cometa, surf, que es obviamente hacer surf, pero también significa oleaje. Wake, que es estela, en este caso la estela del barco. Board es tabla y bitter es amargo. Y justo antes, cuando le pregunté si hablaba inglés, me dijo, ¡pero patatero! Sabemos mucho más inglés de lo que creemos. Solo nos falta asimilarlo y situarlo. Aprende a aprender inglés en cualquier lugar con This Book is the Milk y su secuela, This Book is the Milk 2. Te enseñaremos cómo enfocar el inglés, aprovechando todo el inglés que tenemos alrededor y de una manera divertida y adictiva. The Remilk ahora se llama This Book is the Milk 2 y viene con audio y nueva portada. Descúbrelos ya en vaughantienda.com.
That's right. It's vaughantienda.com. Don't forget, folks, you can find everything you need. Right now, we have got some of the best deals we have ever had. And I highly recommend it. I shared the link with you here, but you can get complete courses for 10 euros and 47 cents. You've got material for the kids, for the teenagers, and even for the parents. So you've got it all. Look, 400 verbos básicos del inglés. It's a really good one. Pocket English, 60 días de inglés. So, and these are for peanuts, poca cosa. You've also got Spaniards, Un paseo por la historia de España en inglés. This is by Guy Williams. Very interesting. And obviously it comes with audio, and you can pick that up for 7 euros and 90 cents. That's incredible. That is really frases clave, 3 euros. So we are practically giving away these materials. All right, let's see what we've got over here. Let's see. Born to Iron Man says, he said he wouldn't wear a tie even when he ties the knot. Yes. Not. I am not going to tie the knot. Ya sabemos, no es not. It's not. And it's not like naughty, like awesome. So he said he wouldn't wear a tie even when he ties the knot. Excellent job, Born to Iron Man. Let's see, Laura. He said he wouldn't wear a tie even when he ties the knot. Excellent. So to wear a tie. Now be careful, because it's not to tie a knot. To tie a knot, well, that one doesn't mean it means literally to tie a knot. Let me check it out. There's a joke. A ver si lo encuentro. Okay, here it is. Ready? Let's see if you get it. It's not joke time, but I thought of this classic joke here. I remembered. So a piece of string walks into a bar. Okay, a piece of string walks into a bar. Una cuerda. The bartender says, we don't serve pieces of string here, buddy. And the string leaves. It twists itself up and frays one end, right? Coge una parte. To fray es hacer que se rompa. A ver cómo. Fray. Deshilacharse, raerse, okay? Crispar. No, yeah. So, yeah, deshilacharse. So he makes one end get, he starts to fray one end, and then he walks back into the bar. And the bartender says, hey, aren't you that piece of string I just threw out? Que acabo de echar. And the string says, no, I'm afraid not. Okay. All right. All righty. I'm afraid not. Temo que no. But also, I'm afraid, F-R-A-Y, I'm afraid not, soy un nudo deshilachado. Is that the word? Okay. It's a classic, though. You need to know that one. It's definitely one of those major jokes that we all learn at some point when we were kids. All right. Excellent job, Born to Iron Man and lovely Laura. Now we are going to the movies. Name that movie. Yes. All right. Let's see if we can figure out today's movie, and we will learn English from it. All right. A star pilot for hire and his trusty half-dog sidekick must come to the rescue of a spoiled princess to save planet Druidia from the clutches of the evil, and I won't say his name because that's the name of the movie. All right. So a star pilot for hire. Okay, so a star pilot, un piloto estrella, for hire. You know the song by Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark? This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. You can't start a fire. He says this gun is for hire, en alquiler, disponible, en busca de trabajo, para contratar, for hire. So a star pilot for hire, a contrato, and his trusty, de fiar, half-dog sidekick, o sea, medio perro, y a sidekick is his partner, like Robin to Batman, must come to the rescue of a spoiled princess. Now, spoiled means I get what I want. I get my way all the time. A spoiled brat, right? De ahí Bart Simpson, es la palabra brat, right? Un niñato. A spoiled, mimado, malcriado, right? A spoiled princess to save planet Druidia from the clutches of the evil Cla Cla Cla. Cla Cla Cla, I won't tell you because that's the name. And the clutches is las garras might be a good way to say that. Right? A ver. Las garras, hey, cuidado. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a winger. Hey, I'm talking about star pilots here. We've got a winner. Please give it up for lovely Laura. The movie is Spaceballs. You call it Loca Guerra de las Galaxias. Spaceballs. What a great movie it is. This is a movie that came out in 1987. Okay, 1987. Do you feel old yet? Okay, well, 1987. And it's directed by and written by Mel Brooks, Mel Riachuelos, and also Juan Caramelo, John Candy, y Rick Masano, Rick Moranis. Oh, no. Oh, God, I didn't. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Sorry. It's not even time for the jokes, and I'm dropping a lot of corny jokes along the way. All right, let's take a look at this. Dark Helmet, played by Rick Moranis, says, "Careful, you idiot. I said across her nose, not up it. Que le disparas cruzando la nariz. No, que suba. No, you don't want it to go up the nostril." So he says, "You idiot, I said across her nose, not up it." And the laser gunner, we don't say láser, we say laser. The laser gunner says, "Sorry, sir, I'm doing my best." And Dark Helmet says, "Who made that man a gunner?" Disparador. Who made that man a gunner? And Major Asshole. Now, this is the joke here. Major is a military command, but Major es también gran. So it's comandante o mayor, pero también es gran cabrón. So his name is Major Asshole. Do you get it? Okay. He's a major, es un gran cabrón. Pero también a major is playing with the military rank. So Major Asshole says, "I did, sir. He's my cousin." And they're all cross-eyed, bizcos, in this scene. "He's my cousin." And Dark Helmet says, "Who is he?" And Coronel Sanders says, "He's an asshole, sir." And Dark Helmet says, "I know that. What's his name?" And the colonel says, "That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major Asshole." "And his cousin?" "Oh, yeah. He's an asshole too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole." Do you get the joke? Philip, rellenar, asshole, ojete. So gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole. Okay. And Dark Helmet says, "How many assholes do we have on this ship anyway?" ¿Cuántos cabrones, pero es su apellido, do we have? And the entire crew stands up and they raise their hands. And Dark Helmet says, "I knew it. Lo sabía. I am surrounded by assholes. Tengo cabrones por todos lados." All right, folks, classic. Mel Brooks, what's great, his movies, they have tons of visual puns and plays on words. So I highly recommend that. A, because it's Mel Brooks, classic comedies, and B, because, you got to see if you get all the different jokes in Young Frankenstein, Spaceballs, The History of the World, and so on and so forth. All right, folks, that was Spaceballs. Now it's time for, yes, I know you've been waiting for this moment, my jokes.
Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar. You're joking.
That's right, folks. You're joking here on the show with no name. As you know, You're Joking is where we take a look at some of the corniest jokes you've ever heard in your life. Now, today they have to do with colleges and universities. Colleges, again, are usually smaller. Another way, too, I remember at my university, well, my university was initially a college. Then it got upgraded to university. But at my university, you had the communication college, Colegio de Comunicación. So the colleges are kind of the smaller ones, the more, and a university is usually big. A state university is, well, it's got some of its funding, financiación, from the state. All right, so let's see if you get these corny college jokes. What university do plants attend? What university do plants attend? Oh, easy. Ivy League. No. Ivy League? You don't know? No. Ivy League is, the best universities in the United States are in the Ivy League. Okay, and this is, the top U.S. universities. Ivy, like Poison Ivy in Batman. Liga de Hiedra. You say that? I didn't know that. But also ivy is a kind of plant, right? So ivy's hiedra. It's a beautiful creeper plant. They call it creeper because it creeps and gets bigger and bigger. I have a lot of ivy in my house. Not poison ivy, but I do have ivy. So do you get it now? What university do plants usually attend? Ivy League. All right, here's another one for you. Why did the university student bring a joint to class? Now, a joint can be una articulación. It can be a cárcel, but he's not going to bring that. Un garito, he's not going to bring that. But it's also porro, right? A marijuana cigarette. So why did the university student bring a joint to class? Because he heard it was a great way to get a higher education. No. A higher education? Educación superior, you say, same idea. A higher education. It's university, doctorate, something like this, a PhD. That's higher education, right? But also, what happens if you smoke a joint? Well, you get high. Te colocas, right? So, in fact, I don't want to get into too many stories from my higher education in both senses of the word. So why did the university student bring a joint to class? Because he heard it was a great way to get a higher education. All right, birthday time.
Birthdays for you. Birthdays for me. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Birthdays for him. Birthdays for her. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Now, she has other songs, but everybody knows her because of this song. These boots are made for walking. She's also done James Bond songs like You Only Live Twice. She's also done Summer Wine. Bang Bang. Oh, that's a great one too. The Cher, but that's originally a Cher song, but she did a cover of it. Shot You Down. Well, as I said, if you don't know her from These Boots Are Made for Walking, then you won't know her because that's her signature hit. Number 2, we were talking about Rio. La vida es como un río. Well, that's this woman's last name. Yeah. And she was an actress, presenter. She did a lot of the tabloids, the Hollywood tabloids, and, the red carpet at the Oscars. She was also in the movie Spaceballs. She played the robot, the princess's assistant, the robot. She was a talk show host, very important TV star in the United States. And last but not least, another TV star, actor, and comedian. He's Ben Stiller's dad. And aside from being in Zoolander 2, he was also in The Heartbreak Kid, and he played Frank Costanza on the very popular sitcom Seinfeld. And no offense, Ben, but your dad is funnier than you. Well, I'm just saying. That's my opinion there, my humble opinion. All right, number 1, Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. Number 2, Joan Rivers. She had a very raspy kind of voice like this, Joan Rivers. And she played the robot in Spaceball. She wasn't in too many films, but she might have even been, honestly, her and her daughter might have even been in Zoolander, quite possibly. In Zoolander, Ben Stiller's dad, Jerry Stiller, he plays Marty Ballstein or whatever, the Mugatu's, what's his name? Zoolander's agent he plays. So he plays, his dad and son are playing agent and protege in that movie. There's the irony of that. So yes, Nancy Sinatra, Joan Rivers, and Jerry Stiller. And that's going to bring us right over to today's Say What soundbite. This is Jerry Stiller, and this is him from a scene in Seinfeld where, his son George has been accused of being a bootlegger. Now, a bootlegger is alguien que piratea. You know why we call it bootleg? Because back in the day, during Prohibition, they would take the bottles of moonshine, of illegal liquor, and they would hide them in their boot leg, en la pata de su bota. It was a place where they could hide it and nobody would really check. So that's where that term pirata, contrabando, copias, bootlegging and bootlegger comes from. And then he says, a very important structure in English, who put you up to this? ¿Quién te dio la idea? ¿Quién te incitó? Right? ¿Quién te dijo que hicieras esto? ¿Quién está detrás? Who put you up to this? Was it her? And he points over at Elaine. So here he is, the one and only Jerry Stiller, playing George Costanza's dad, Frank Costanza, in the popular show Seinfeld.
I'm sitting at home reading a periodical, and this is the call I get. My son is a bootlegger. Ow, who put you up to this? Was it her?
And you can hear George saying, ow, Dad, because he smacks him. Le da un guantazo. So you can hear him saying, ow, Dad. And it's funny because, Seinfeld, I know it wasn't that popular here in Spain because it's a show that cannot be translated. The humor comes from the way it's written. So you either have to be brilliant and in many cases even change the play on words or change the joke. But I only recommend, the same way I recommend Friends for every level, if you really want to see if you master the language, and my friend Alvaro, who is Spanish, he loves Seinfeld. And that's where he proved to me that he really gets this language, the ins and outs, los pormenores, all those little interesting, fun facts that we find in the language. So thank you, everybody, once again for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. As always, don't forget to send us your question of the week. I think it's a great one. What is a family tradition of yours? Or tell us a one that you used to do, que antes hacías. And we are going to say goodbye with an amazing song. Speaking of bootlegging, these boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Thank you, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll be back with more tomorrow. Ciao for now. Sing it. Come on, Boots.